Hello friends, welcome to ASV Max and Dynamic YouTube channel. I am Sebastian and today I explain the concept about comparison of ellipse and hyperbola. So my dear friends, all the videos I request to tell you, please like, subscribe and click the bell button and also you watch the full video and then only it will useful for you and also myself. Let me come to the content. So first of all, the comparison of ellipse then hyperbola. So it is very important. In the first one, it is a standard equation. When you are getting the center 0, 0 means it is a standard equation of the ellipse. How you can understand? This is the plus, and the plus is identification of the ellipse equation. X squared by a squared, it is one of the, x means a squared, y means b squared is equal to 1, but the plus is very important in the ellipse. And also you compare the hyperbola, x squared by a squared minus, you have to see the differences from the ellipse to hyperbola. So minus y squared by b squared equal to 1. So for this standard equation, what are the major axes and minor axes in the ellipse? Hyperbola, transverse axis and conjugate axis. Which one? You see here, according to the a value, you can call the axis, it is a major axis. Remaining one is minor axis. Here, according to the a value, the axis, according to the axis, you can tell it is a transverse axis, and then y is a conjugate axis. So right now this is the axis, but equation of the major axis means x axis means y equal to 0, y means x equal to 0. Here also the same, x means it is y equal to 0, y means x equal to 0. Already I told you this is the center 0, 0. So both center 0, 0 means you have to write the equation of the ellipse and hyperbola this like this. And also for this equation, focus, what is the value of the focus means plus or minus ae, 0. Right now the major axis x means the point is plus or minus ae, 0. Here also the hyperbola transverse axis x axis means the focus plus or minus ae, that means plus value and minus value both we can write in the same, means plus or minus ae, 0. Vertices also for this x axis means first x value plus or minus a, 0, the same for the hyperbola. But in the when you have to find the e value, but you know very well about the a and b means use this value, find the e value, eccentricity. So here the ellipse means here negative, but hyperbola means in the particular place is positive. But b squared by a square, 1 minus b squared by a square is common, and also here b squared a squared by common, but here plus, here minus. So you have to keep in your mind when you need to apply. This is another form. When you are getting the different values of for the center means you have to utilize the standard form like this. X minus h instead of x minus h whole squared by a square plus y minus k instead of y square b square equal to 1. The same, but here positive means here negative. So how you have to consider this value means x minus h is equal to capital X, y minus k equal to capital Y. Likewise you have to consider. Then once again you have to rewrite the equation capital X squared by a square plus y squared by b square equal to 1. Before you are getting the knowledge, x squared by a square plus y squared by b square equal to 1 means the same format. It is a standard format, and also in the same way you have to follow. You can get it x squared by a square minus y squared by b square equal to 1. This is this kind of standard structure. You know the focus, you know the vertices, you know the center. Center here h comma k, but you are considering capital X. But when you write the value of the anything focus or vertices means you should be write in the small x. What is the value of the small x like this? So once if you know the a value and e value, how you can find the p value means using this one for the ellipse. Here the same, but how to use the find the p value means e square minus 1. Here 1 minus e squared for the ellipse, and also the points. Here x value means the end point of the lattice sector means AE plus or minus b square by A. You see, this is a standard point, but this is the negative one, positive one. It is a negative side, but the point is 1, but it is a top and bottom. So this is the way. The same points here also, hyperbola. So the length of the lateral structure means 2p squared by A, here 2p squared by A. Equation of the directrix is equal to x plus or minus AE, x equal to plus or minus AE. This is the center h comma k is a different point of the center. So another form, you see, vertical form, ellipse x squared by b squared. You see here in the previous one, x squared by a squared plus y squared by b squared equal to 1. But here x squared by b squared plus y squared by a squared. You see, according to the A, you have to consider the major axis. According to the axis, you consider transverse axis. Here y squared by a squared, but before x squared by a squared minus y squared by b squared. But here y squared by a squared minus x squared by b squared equal to 1. So here major axis is y axis according to the A. Minor axis x axis. Equation of the major axis x equal to 0. Equation of the minor axis y equal to 0. So transverse axis x means equation of the transverse axis equal to y equal to 0. Not, it is a wrong one. I think this is the x axis. Conjugate axis is y axis. Transverse axis is y axis. Yeah, it's correct. Transverse axis is y axis, x equal to 0. But the major axis is x axis, y equal to 0. But here correct, I didn't put it in this one. The transverse axis is y axis according to the A value. So right now equation of the center value here h comma k. Sorry, this particular the standard one, but it is a vertically. So here also 0 comma 0. But the point, it is a major axis y means the focus also AE comma plus or minus AE. Here also the major axis y axis means plus or minus AE y values. The vertices also plus or minus A, 0 comma A. Here also same, but in these are the values same for the each value. E equal to 1 minus p squared by a square root of E equal to root of 1 plus p squared by a squared for the same. For this vertical form, if you have the center different values means you have to write this kind of equations. You see x minus h whole squared by b squared plus y minus k by a squared equal to 1. Here a square is y axis. So major axis is y axis. The equation of the major axis x equal to 0. Minor axis y equal to 0. So here you consider it is a y by a square, but it has normal form x square by a square. But here y minus k whole square means the y minus k you have to consider capital Y. So if you get it, the equation means it is a transverse axis is y axis, but equation of the transverse axis equal to 0. Conjugate axis y equal to 0. So center h comma k, but not here 0 comma h comma k. H comma k. Here also h comma k. So 4c is 0 comma plus or minus AE. Here also plus or minus AE. Here axis is y axis means you put it the value in the y part. So but another term is same, E equal to root of 1 minus p squared by a squared. So here also 1 plus p squared by a squared. So this is the comparison of ellipse and hyperbola. Thank you my dear friends. Next video I will upload very soon. Thank you so much.